Hey, welcome back. So my wife and I are just back from a week-long vacation, and I thought I would do a kind of a pocket dump or travel gear related video. Not really a pocket dump, but more of just the gear and the things that worked and didn't work. In a previous video, I had showed that with my little EDC notebook, my little bullet journal here, when I travel, I always keep a list of the things that worked and things that didn't work. And in the last video, I showed how I divided up into 3 different categories. So things to keep, things to change or add, and then things to ditch, the things that just didn't work. So the things that I am keeping are certainly this notebook. For the month of September, I'm using a Field Notes as my everyday carry notebook, using a bullet journal method for organizing it. Ordinarily, I carry a pocket moleskin. And this list works. It's been working for a few years now. I've been doing this. And it just helps me improve my trips, so that the next vacation is just a little bit better than the last one, or at least more organized. Another thing that worked really well, my wife and I both have hanging DOP kits or shaving kits, hygiene bags, not sure what you would call it. Had those for a few years now, and they work really, really well. Usually in a hotel room, I don't feel real comfortable putting my toothbrush and things down on the bathroom counter. I just don't think they're very clean, and they may be, but I don't think they're as clean as ours at home. Or I will be staying in a place that has no counter space, or very limited counter space. And these hanging DOP kits or hanging shaving kits really work to just keep things organized, keeps them off the counter, keeps things from getting lost. I have toothbrush, all the hygiene items, little travel, toothpaste and shampoo, anything like that. A little first aid stuff in there too. My wife and I both have these. They work great. If you've never seen these, check them out. Well worth it. Not something I use at home. At home, I have my things kind of organized out on the counter or in the medicine cabinet. But certainly when I'm traveling, I will always take that hanging hygiene bag. Another thing that worked really well that I just cannot be without anymore is my Kindle. It works in daylight, it works in dark. It's got the daylight and dark mode. I can read in bed without waking my wife up by putting it on dark mode. You can change the font size. It has a downloaded dictionary where you can just tap on a word and it will give you the definition. You can carry thousands of books, hundreds for sure, maybe even thousands of books. So if you get to the end of one book, you can quickly just pick up another one. It transitions seamlessly from the Kindle to a Kindle app on your phone to an audiobook and then back to the Kindle. It's also ergonomically, if you're sitting in an awkward position or sitting for a long time, you're not holding a heavy book. And at the beginning of a book, you know, you've only got a few pages on this side and you've got a big heavy book on the other side. It eliminates that. I know it doesn't feel as good as a paper book, but all the other pros that come with it outweigh that one con of it just doesn't feel, you know, as good. Another thing is a travel bidet. We have, during the apocalypse, we just all survived and toilet paper was in a shortage, installed bidets on our toilets. And I have a little travel bidet, a little squeeze bidet. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Works well. Things to add. I usually have earplugs. Totally forgot to bring them. So if you're in a noisy environment, hotel room with a parking lot outside, or we were in a cruise ship. We were right under the galley and you could hear them moving chairs around. So earplugs, a good thing. Carried an umbrella, but my umbrella is getting really, really worn out. I'm never without an umbrella, and we used it too. I really needed that umbrella on this trip. May do with one I had, but I definitely have to get a new one. I need a new brush for my beard. I want to put some travel snacks in my truck, and travel snacks that will keep in hot weather and keep over a period of time, maybe nuts or something that won't go bad in a truck. And that just keeps us from buying a lot of junk food when we're driving. I like to get a filtered water bottle just to take that chlorine taste out of the water. We have our own spring-fed well here in the mountains, so I'm used to drinking mountain water, which is really, really good. And then if I travel anywhere else, I can really taste that chlorine or whatever else, their fluoride, whatever else they're putting in it. Still haven't gotten a power pack. I really need to do that. I'd like to get a travel pillow. The only thing that didn't really work well was overpacking. I packed way too much. And this notebook worked really well. And I'm going to do an update toward the end of the week about how this is going for the month of September, this Everyday Carry notebook. Other things that I carried, I left my Swiss Champ at home, and I really, really missed it. I couldn't wait to get back so I could stick that back in my pocket. And the only reason I didn't take it is I was afraid that TSA would keep it. And I took a Victorinox Explorer instead. I didn't carry another dedicated knife, just the Explorer. And although I would hate to lose it, it's not as expensive to replace as my Swiss Champ. And my wife bought me my Swiss Champ, so it has some sentimental value too. I carried a a Streamlight Micro Stream, which is my everyday carry flashlight. Didn't carry it in my pocket all the time, especially on the cruise ship, but I had it in that hanging bag I was talking about. Also carried a Victorinox dime just for the plier function. And I carried this little night core tube. I've had these things for years, and they'll last a couple of years, and then they'll get to where they won't hold a charge anymore, and I'll just buy another one because I have to have one of these. And I kept this on my nightstand so that I could see my way around at night without waking my wife up. And of course, my chum's wallet. That's still working out really well. I really like this wallet. I may look for a replacement, but right now I can't find anything that I like as well as this. Okay, so that is pretty much everything I carried of any significance on our trip. And I will do an update very soon on the Field Notes bullet journal, a little everyday carry journal. And I appreciate everybody who has subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.